Are you trying to get found more easily locally? Well, you're probably having trouble getting ranked in Google. I'm going to show you how to bring your rankings up and those clients in the door next. Whether you have a brick and mortar business or one where you're to consult with clients locally, one of the hardest things to do is to get ranked locally within Google. In fact, they call it the local Google 3-pack. And that 3-pack is basically those businesses that come up when you search for something. So, for example, you could say florist. You type that in Google locally, and when you do that, those three top businesses come up associated with the map. That particular process called the local pack. And one of the things that so many local businesses don't understand is that it's driven by your website and a whole bunch of other factors. So I'm going to break down my top tips for getting you to be able to be placed on that local pack higher and be part of it. Now, first thing you need to do is make sure you have a website. Make sure it's up to date. Make sure also on that website you have where it's located. So, for example, if you are trying to drive traffic to a brick and mortar, make sure your information is on there. Any local acronyms as well for where that area is located. So, name of the business, how it's going to appear on everything, your address, phone number, and any email addresses. All that's on your website and up to date. One other little trick is anything you have linked in that website itself, make sure that you include on those titles for the files. It can help as well by putting things like wherever the city is, front door, or whatever it may be, like the street of the business. Things like that in there can help. There's a lot of factors to this, but that's just a little something extra you can do when you're building out your website or ask your web developer to do. The next thing you're going to need to make sure you do is set up a Google My Business page. It's not very hard to do if you just go into Google itself, type in My Business, and follow the steps. They are super easy to do. If you don't have a Google My Business, it's not going to rank. So you need it in there. It's a way for Google to verify you want to be there and that they have all the pertinent information to start the search. You won't appear instantly in the local pack. You have to build up your ratings. So doing that as soon as possible is super important. Now, once you have determined and you've gotten all of those things done, you have your website with your local information in it, your demographics of what you're going for, what the business is, and you've set up the Google My Business page, you need to be able to tell business you're the real deal. That's done by these couple of simple steps. The first thing is this. It's what are called citations. Citations are simply places other than your website that have the name of your business posted and some of the pertinent information. So, for example, I'm going to use an example of like a wedding photographer. You might have a wedding photographer who is trying to get a local metro area. When they are published somewhere else, like Wedding Wire or a local wedding magazine or for a trade show, and their name is posted, it adds validity. It's like somebody else vouching that this business is legitimate. So the more places your name of your business appears and with the exact same wording, one letter off, one number off in the name of your business, even the spacing can throw off Google and it won't pick it up that it's your business. So make sure it's all legitimate and the same. Also, in making sure on all those other websites use the same phone numbers and email addresses is super important as well. Consistency is key for those citations, and it's easier for it to verify. So make sure they're all consistent. Now, one of the other things is people are really, honestly, sort of taken aback by having to do, but it's how we're driven in society, is reviews. Within Google, people can write reviews. Make sure that even if you're not ranked in the local pack yet, make sure you drive traffic to that. So if you have somebody who writes you a nice review, say, hey, can you hop on and rate it in Google? Maybe you can give them a little thank you if you can. If you're not allowed to do that in Google, I didn't say that. But make sure you do that. mistake and say, hey, can you drop me a nice review? It only takes a second. Literally, that's it. And you can do it mobile. You can do it on your desktop as well. And those little rankings will start creeping up. Also, reviews on other known sites is really important. So things like Yelp, TripAdvisor, anything that's a known ranked website, make sure you have people reviewing that. Even in Facebook, do those reviews. Because again, you're trying to get your content to cooperate with what you're trying to do to get ranked up. So all of those extra reviews are going to bring up that rating and get you higher up in that local pack. Okay, so make sure it's consistency and getting those reviews, and make sure those reviews are coming in consistently as well, and to publish those on your website. So again, you're showing that the connection between the two is what you want to do. You want to constantly have connection from another website to yours, because Google's looking to see, is it just a one website or people actually going to that traffic. Now, one of the other things you're going to want to do is make sure your social accounts are very active. Google is looking at everything. So again, social sites, same name exactly, somewhere in the description. Phone numbers in the description, email addresses in the description, all the same. And also saying what you do. Make sure those are in the description for your Facebook account, Instagram, all of that are in there and they're getting pushed. Make sure you have a business Facebook page as well, because again, that's going to help bring that up. Google's going to notice the fact the difference between a personal page and a business page, driving those connections. Now, the last thing is to bring all of these together are what are called backlinks. Backlinks have a complicated name for most people because they don't understand what it is, but it's really simple. A backlink basically means that from another website, they're driving it to yours. It's that simple. So the more websites have those backlinks, the better your rating is going to be. So make sure you have worked out with other businesses that you're working with, or even other websites that give referrals are all driving traffic to your page. Even having some of those social profiles where people are linking off of you can help. And remember, if you're having trouble getting any of those things, like figuring out what backlinks are or integrating your website, Fiverr, you can hop on there and get some great people for a very reasonable price to help you out and build your local pack rating and boost your local recognition and drive those customers in your door or to your website and bring those profits up. Local pack goes up, profits go up too. So if you like that content, please smash that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. J.K. Brown out.